So the baby mom reached out to me since Kay is my best friend, and I just want to show y'all her messages, point blank period. And I'm just gonna show y'all what the sister said and what the baby mom said. Hold on. So y'all remember the sister actually coming out saying that Kay supposedly set him up. Well, I got messed with the baby mom basically saying that she know personally that Kay didn't set him up because Mr. Kirk personally told her that he don't get involved because he know that his daughter's not gonna leave him.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it looks like it just took an interesting turn in this case regarding Rashida and Kirk Frost's daughter, frostedkae. Now this is why I always talk about DV situations on this platform, because this goes for men and women. If you have a partner, I don't care how much you love them, once you see the signs of hitting or abuse, whether it's verbal or physical, leave. Once you start seeing things get a little too toxic, that don't mean that someone loves you more because they're arguing with you or putting hands on you despite what others believe. These things could potentially turn fatal, but it goes ignored because it becomes so normal. So you don't think nothing of it. However, there's nothing normal about fighting all the time. It's nothing normal about arguing all the time. You may see on social media where you got these low vibrational women talking about, I want a man that's a little crazy, but that's gonna come snatch me from a party if I'm out. No, you don't. See, everyone says they want someone crazy about them until they actually find someone crazy about them and they realize that it's nothing what they thought at all. And some people get so emotionally involved that they're willing to do something to you or even themselves if you make them mad enough. Now when it comes to this situation, as y'all know, upcoming Atlanta rapper T Hood was shot and unalived a few days ago after a dispute between him and his girlfriend frostedkae at their home. Now it's been noted that a DV call was reported to police, which caused them to dispatch units to the location of T Hood and frostedkae. Police say when they got there, they found T Hood unresponsive and he was shot a few times. T Hood's sister accused frostedkae of calling her brothers on T Hood, which led to the brothers shooting T Hood for unknown reasons. Now at first, Kay tried to deny the claims that she didn't have nobody shoot her boyfriend and says the narrative that was being pushed out there was false and just a conspiracy theory. However, police would then name her brother, Kyle Frost, as a main suspect in the shooting, believing that he was the one that pulled the fatal trigger. Now, according to T Hood's sister, the police report would state that it may have been a self-defense incident, but she states on social media that T Hood was shot 5 times, mainly in his back, which means if someone was shot in the back, then 9 times out of 10, that means they were trying to run and not engage into anything physical, right? Also, the family had recorded their conversation with frostedkae where she openly admits that her brother was in fact the one that shot T Hood. Now, we said in the last video that maybe she didn't call her brother, because according to close affiliates, she has a brother that also lived with her in the same house that she stayed in with T Hood. So, is it possible that maybe the brother heard the DV commotion, seen his sister was getting beat up and acted out of anger and shot T Hood? That's possible. Now there's plenty of people that seen this video we about to watch of an incident between T Hood and frostedkae that happened previously in the past. Some say, judging from the footage alone, basically whatever they say he did, he did. Also pointing out that if he put his hands on her at free will like that, then the brother ain't wrong for shooting because they would have did the same thing. Now one user in the comments of Gossip of the City would say, quote, "Hey, free that girl brother." Another user would say, quote, "Nah, they need to let her brother out now." Now, another interesting comment a user made was when they said, quote, "But she threw her brother under the bus for protecting her. That's what's crazy," shaking my head. And they're absolutely right, because she was the one that allegedly called the brother. But like I stated before, he could have just been in the house and heard commotion, heard what was going on, and reacted. Now the crazy part is the fact that she did throw her own brother under the bus, but he was only protecting her. However, this is why I think this behavior between the two were common, because she's mad at her brother for protecting her, which means she was used to it. Now some people may say, oh, she's totally a victim of abuse, because that's what victims do. But me being from where I'm from and seeing situations happen like this in real time, I also know that a lot of the times relationships are like this and both parties indulge. They probably didn't see when she indulged, but they both usually participate, which is why she was so comfortable throwing her brother under the bus, because this is something that they did and she felt that it was her business. Now I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, because honestly, we don't know, but there's many possibilities that could have taken place here. Now these videos we're about to see was exposed by a friend of Kay's, who says that she been knowing that Kay was being abused. She has receipts and all, which are videos and text messages. But if you ask me, I think this is Kay speaking through the friend to try and clear her name. For one, how did the friend get surveillance of the inside of Kay's house, especially in the room? Obviously, Kay had to send it to her. So I think this is her way of trying to show the world he did put his hands on her, but Kay don't want to be the one to put it out there. Who knows? Anyway, here's the first video that she exposed. Check this out. Now the friend would take to her IG story to say, quote, "I don't care what nobody has to say. I went days watching y'all paint a narrative of my friend for clout. Nobody. Once again, what I showed was not to expose him. It was to let the world know how y'all trying to paint her is not what it is. My friend loved that man, and nobody had the answers of why they couldn't leave each other alone. But at the end of the day, the real know what's up, so can y'all just stop for real, for real? I would have never said nothing, but y'all was dragging it." In another post, she would say, quote, "I'm speaking my truth. I don't give a F. Y'all not finna keep clout chasing off my friend Kay." Then, in another post, she would say, quote, "Should I post the other video I have of this man hitting my friend? Matter of fact, I am. We telling the whole truth now. No half-ass story. This man had a dark side too." Then she would post the other video as she captioned it, saying, quote, "Y'all attacked her like she was the problem, when this was a regular thing for this man to do. She didn't want y'all to know this side of him, but y'all promoting him like he didn't have flaws, and he did." Now in the last IG story, she would say, quote, "Y'all clearly see my friend not even hitting this man back. Y'all trying to paint her to be a monster? Get the F out of here." Now she spoke out about all this, and here's what she had to say pertaining to everything. Y'all check this out.
Before I start this video, I would like to send out my love and condolences to the people that have been affected. I don't condone violence of any kind. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to mess anybody's image up. I'm just here to speak my truth, what I've experienced, and basically speak up, because everybody's doing the most, and it's a lot of clout chasing going on. It's a lot of narratives. It's a lot of rumors. And I guess everybody's a detective, so you know. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about the K Frost and T Hood situation. So the baby mom reached out to me since Kay is my best friend, and I just want to show y'all her messages, point blank period. And I'm just gonna show y'all what the sister said and what the baby mom said. Hold on. So y'all remember the sister actually coming out saying that Kay supposedly set him up? Well, I got messed with the baby mom basically saying that she know personally that Kay didn't set him up because Mr. Kirk personally told her that he don't get involved because he know that his daughter's not going to leave him. And here it go right here. His baby mom also told me that, yeah, she knew and she was aware that Hood was on something new. He was on something new. And the person that he would do it with is Sydney/Vanessa. And she has gotten on her for doing that with him because he don't act himself when he's on that particular drug. And I have the message of that. I'm going to show y'all that too. Here you go. Her basically saying that he was on something new and that she noticed changes with him and that she had to get on the girl Sydney/Vanessa because that's who she think that he did it, that how he started it. So come on now, like she told me all this. And like I said, y'all, I'm only speaking out because this is something that I had to hold in for a very long time off the sake of the respect that I have for my friends to not actually let people know her business. But they done took, his family has embarrassed him for, you know, I'm just, y'all.
Now, she will also bring up a time where allegedly he pistol whipped Kay and she would show pictures. She captioned the post as she would say, quote, "What about when he pistol whipped her? I've been quiet too long and let y'all attack her like he didn't have flaws. I'm speaking up because not only did I see these things, I witnessed him abusing her. I called out for help plenty of times, nobody helped. It's not fair how y'all trying to make her a monster when they both were toxic together. She didn't want the world to see that side of her." Now, what I gotta say is this. She said she called for help, but who did she call? Because I don't think she called the cops. Because if they showed this type of proof where she has bruises on her face and says that he does this all the time, I think he would have been locked up for this. But it seems like they called everybody except for the police. And maybe the reason why nobody does anything about it is because maybe this is something that they both do, that they both indulge in. I don't know, but from what I've seen with my own two eyes throughout the years, this is what happens between toxic couples who do this and think it's cool. But let me say this. I see what's going on here. The friend who I personally believe got all this from Kay to put this narrative out there because she realizes that her and her brother is in a world of trouble, somehow they must defend themselves. However, we still don't know what happened that night. Now, as we see, he definitely put hands on her in the past. But when it comes to the night he was shot and unalive, this is what this all boils down to. What happened that night? Did he really put hands on her? Did she set him up? Did the brother hear or witness a situation and acted out of emotion? Why was he shot in his back so many times? Where's the bruises and everything on her from that night? Why did she lie to social media publicly, but in private, she told the family exactly what happened and threw her brother under the bus? Why did she lie to social media? And the crazy part is this. Yes, we've seen videos of him hitting her in the past, but does that negate what happened the night that he was shot and unalive? It's just like if you go to court and they say that you stole something, but you know you didn't steal it, but you do have a past history or criminal history of stealing something. They automatically bring that up because that's what they're using to make you look guilty because you already have a history of stealing. But does that mean you stole at that point in time right then and there? No. But the problem is, a lot of the times, our history, our past, always come back to haunt us. There's a lot of questions we can ask. I'm not saying either one of them are innocent or guilty, because once again, the only people that knows what really happened is the ones that were present that night. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.